So for us here, with the pigs, with the cattle, with the calves that we've got and future plans, that's mint. Don't know why I was walking that way. Morning. So this week we are back on the farm and we have an abundance of good news to share. It's Tuesday today. On Friday I'm hoping for the last two good newses. So we'll find out later what they are. First of the good news is the cow that we moved from the sheds that we rent round the corner that had got its broken, fractured, sprained ankle, whatever it was, that is all better. Second on the list, pigs. So we have cleared out, we've had all the wash down, everything has happened. We've got the new batch of pigs in, which I think we've shown you already. We've just had our results for the last batch of pigs. We placed second out of all the other farms locally that are in the same sort of catchment area as us that we sort of compete against. We don't know who the other farms are. All we do know is on the list we placed second. So I'm dead chuffed with that. That was a really good batch. And ultimately, if it's a good batch, the bonuses are slightly better of weight selection bonus and the FCR, which is the feed conversion ratio. So with them being very good, that gives us a little bit more money at the end of the batch and just helps the job along nicely. Third of our good news is turn around. So the council have passed our application for our machinery store. So that was the bit that I was whinging about, where we can't finish this bit of a messy yard up and we're traipsing all the muck through all the nice concrete yards. We've got planning now to put a 100-foot long by 35-foot wide building in here. So it's open on this side. We can then concrete this track through all the way up to the existing yard, concrete the floor in the building. All of our machinery, implements, tractors, trailers, absolutely everything can then be stored in said building, and we haven't got to traipse through all this muck all the time to get to them. So I'm chuffed with that. I was a little bit nervous. There was a few little bits of ecology stuff that reared its head again, but luckily Ben Wolf's team resolved all of that and they got it over the line for us. Looking that way, fourth on the list was the council have also passed our biosecurity unit, which we wanted to put in. So at the minute we've only got like a very small little farm office which is located between the pig sheds. Every visitor that we have has to come onto the site down the drive. They stop at the bio point here, they disinfect all the car, then they go through, and ultimately all them vehicles are constantly still going through. So what we wanted to do, and this is what we put in for and had it knocked back last time, we wanted to be able to close that gate to any visitors, and we wanted to bring them in and take them through the one-way system of the biosecurity unit. So when they come out the other side, there's absolutely no risk whatsoever of them bringing any disease onto farm. So the idea was, we'd already put this entrance in here to the field. So the idea was that we shut that gate, this gate then comes off. There's a new sort of very small parking area going in here. And then right behind me is where we're going to put the biosecurity unit. So it's a very small sort of, it'll look like a little office block basically. We're going to brick face it on the outside so it's real nice. We're going to have a proper farm office where we've got computers, internet and all the rest of it, which we haven't got at the moment. And then we're going to have the one-way system through. So when you come as a visitor, as a vet, part of the firm that we work for the pigs, whether you're a feed rep, whatever you are, when you come in, you can park up in here, no vehicles go onto farm. You come in through the front door, you're met in the reception area, and then when you go through and onto the unit, it is very much a one-way system. You go through, you shower, you put all your overalls on, fresh wellies, everything's disinfected, then you're on farm. Reverse order when you come to leave, so then you're not taking anything away with you as well. So for us here, with the pigs, with the cattle, with the calves that we've got, and future plans, that's mint. Don't know why I was walking that way. So fifth on our list of good news is it looks like we are going to have enough of the bales of silage to last us now until we kick everything back out to grass. On the run into the darker months of last year, it was looking like we weren't sure whether we were going to have enough. We did top it up a little bit with some fodder beet that we brought in, but ultimately we have got enough bales and they are going to see us through. Downside, however, is this. what we've got to do is next year, we've got to think about where we're stacking the bales. This was quite a dry patch here, so we stacked them all nice and neatly down the side of this field, and we've used this gate to access, but you can see we've absolutely trashed it because we never had the frost hard enough to hold the surface together while we come in and got the bales out. It's just meant that we have absolutely trashed it. So not only have we lost an area where we were storing bales, but we've also lost an area that I'm going to have to do a load of work on this to get it back to some form of field. So I'm going to have to rethink what we're doing. A little bit of a bonus though is, like I say, because the council have passed off them 2 parts of the yard over that side, that means we can finish down there, we can concentrate then our efforts elsewhere like this and what we're doing, and we'll have a little bit more storage area on the concrete. So the other 2 good news is that I'm hoping for, we won't find out till Friday because we are TB testing today, and I know I said last time and the time before and the time before that, but this is Sam's last chance. I said last time he was getting on the job, he was getting busy, everything was looking more positive, he's getting a bit more naughty at the fence and he's holding his own when the corn's in front of him. I'm just hoping he has got back into action because we really have got to make our minds up, and I think all of us around here are perhaps a little bit too sentimental and we like Sam, but if he isn't doing his job, he is going to have to go. So this is the last chance, Sam. Fingers crossed on Friday that when we TB test and have no, we don't want positive, sorry. We have a positive result, but not a positive test. We want negative on TB. Fingers crossed when it comes to PDing, he has cleaned up the rest that's left. And I am going to say any less than 4 and Sam is going. So fingers crossed, we'll see you Friday. Okay, so Friday and we are back on the farm and we have not got a full positivity to finish on, unfortunately. On the positive side, there is no positive reactors, so there is no TB on the farm. We are TB clear. That is brilliant for us. It's always really nerve-wracking and you're always worried about it, but we are clear. That makes a little bit of a difference as well when we're selling fat cattle. Is when you take your cattle into the fat ring, you're either clean or what they call dirty, which doesn't mean that you've got TB, it just means that they're not in test. So, because the clean cattle that have been tested are through the ring first, I'm wondering whether you get a little bit more money for them because A, they're clean and you know they're clean, and B, they're the first ones that go through, so maybe the ones later on in the day don't quite fetch as much money. So hopefully that's going to be good for us. But then we've got to finish on some bad news because Sam the bull has not been at it. Basically, we have PD'd another 14 today, and of the 14 that we've PD'd, there's only 2 in calf. So where we thought he was back on the job and getting it done, unfortunately he's not. So that is, unfortunately for Sam, the end of the line.
You're fired.
We're going to have to now separate him out. We're going to have to fatten him up and we're going to have to sell him in the fat ring, and we're going to have to look at getting a new bull. The only positive from the situation is we've got a little bit of time now, because we don't want to be putting anything back to a bull until around about June, July time. So it gives us a little bit of time to sort of sort Sam out and get him on his way, and then recoup some of the money from that, and then that money we can reinvest into another bull. So unfortunately it's sad news, and Sam has got to go. On the positive side of things, in about 2 weeks time we will start calving. So we've already had the one that was caught well early by someone else's bull on someone else's farm. Now all of our stuff should be coming through in about 2 weeks time. So can't wait to start calving. That'll be new additions to the farm, which is great. We've had, like I say, we've had a few, but ultimately our big batch of calves should be coming through now, so that should be good. We're going to crack on with getting this shed base ready. We've got some other stuff going on, so the next time you come we'll have a bit going on over there. But in the meantime, if you like what you've seen, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and we will leave you with a montage of a bit of TB testing. Sam not performing, unfortunately. We're going to add a sprinkle of James in there as well to the mixture of drawing the building, getting ready, and everything else that's going on the farm montage. Boom.